Hello to all of our faithful viewers. This is Pendragon Puma, or Connor.
And this is Mahogany Pizza, or Chris, and we have for you a gaming year in review for 2013. And hold on. I know that it's 2014 now, and this is probably a little late. And we also haven't had that many videos up, so sorry. But, there's been holiday stuff going on. Holidays, and Connor has a job, so that, that interferes.
Real life gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah, but no worries, we're still going to make videos. I mean, hopefully we'll get some, back on track more consistently. So here we are, 2013, in review. And I guess the biggest story of the year is probably next-gen consoles.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Was towards the end of the year, but still 2013. So obviously, I guess
we
could start off.
Just like the whole story, like the storylines of them, like building up to launch. Like Xbox One with their reversals.
Yeah.
And everything.
So let's talk about the Xbox One first, then.
Yeah, I mean, see, like they came out of the gate at E3, June 2013. I think it was June, and they were just all like, no used games or stuff like that. Always online, and most people were just like, fuck that shit.
Yeah. Before, I want to mention, before they announced that...
I put that really eloquently.
I was,
fuck that shit.
Before they announced all that stuff, I wasn't necessarily for PS4 or Xbox One. I just knew I was getting one of them. And
same
after
here.
they announced that, I was pretty opposed to getting an Xbox One.
I mean, I only had a 360 this gen, as did Connor.
Yes.
At least in terms of 360 and PS3. But I was giving them a new slate. Like, each company was given a new slate, a clean slate to work from, like, with these new consoles. And, I mean, ultimately, PS4, Sony, they won me over. But, like, Xbox One Microsoft did a really good job of convincing me not to buy one. Buy an Xbox One.
I mean...
At least at first.
It seems like they got some people to come back with their reversal.
Which is a good thing, because if they were listening to the people,
Yeah, I mean, the thing I did find interesting, there are some things that they were advertising on Xbox One that people didn't talk about, or that people didn't like, but they had those on PS4, they just weren't advertising them. Like the, what's called, the DRM stuff that they have with Xbox One, they were saying all that crap. The PS4 had very similar things, but they just didn't advertise it.
I mean, and also the Xbox One stuff, that was mostly leaks, and once that leaked out, nobody liked it. They still announced it anyway.
Yeah.
Like all the policies that nobody was liking. And I say nobody, I don't mean nobody, I'm just saying it seemed like most people didn't like it. And then Sony, even though they never actually, I don't know if they actually ever said that they had the DRM stuff and all of that nonsense.
No, they didn't say it, but it does, it had...
It was.
I'm not
they
exactly
probably
sure
did.
How to word it.
Who knows?
It's like it wasn't as big of a thing. Like Xbox One, they're like fucking announcing it to the world,
and Sony
so everyone knows. But
once Sony
just,
knew that there was going to be backlash, they were just all like, "Well, no, we're not going to do that." Yeah. So that was a big story of 2013. It was Xbox One switching over and listening to the fans, and I guess also their wallets as a corporation, because people weren't pre-ordering. But yeah, so eventually PS4 is what I have right now. They won me over. But I'm not going to rule out getting an Xbox One eventually, because, I mean, Microsoft has done good to fix their mistakes.
And I thought about it when it comes down to it, excluding all the exclusives and stuff like that, the consoles are very, very similar. There's not much that's different. They even have both the same hard drive.
Yeah.
Both fucking
and the Xbox One
online.
is probably it's more geared towards family entertainment, in the
or
middle
just
of your
entertainment
living room.
in general. It is geared towards family, but when I think about it, it's just more of an entertainment system.
Yeah.
Whereas PS4 is more of a gaming system, but it has entertainment stuff on it.
Yeah, I get you. This is not don't take this to mean that PS4 is the only one that can do gaming. That's not true at all. That's certainly not true at all. They both can do gaming very well and such, Let's see. There's also the PlayStation Vita had some major announcements this year.
Which is supposed to be a companion device to the PS4.
And I think that did boost some sales. And they also announced that the newer version, it came out in Japan. It's not here yet in the West. But it's smaller, and they changed the display from OLED to LCD, which is lower quality, but I'm sure it'll be cheaper. So it's all good stuff for the Vita there. And there's big news on the Steam machine.
On the PC side of things.
Yeah, and I'll let Connor take it away here, because he's our PC guy over here.
So yeah, They announced the Steam Machine, which is basically a Steam console. The Steam OS, which is going to be what's running on the Steam Machine, which, if you don't know, it's just an operating system like Windows or, what I don't know, Mac has like Snow Leopard or some weird name for it. And then they had a controller, which is the most interesting thing to me, because instead of having joysticks like every other controller, they had 2 touchpads.
Yes.
I won't get into too much. It's really not that much to explain. It's a touchpad instead of analog sticks. And another thing that had 16 buttons as opposed to 14. I believe those are the numbers. But it had 2 extra buttons on the back where your like ring finger and pinky would go.
Very cool, very cool. See, even though it's not out yet, we just included it in 2013 because that was part of the news that was coming out.
The Steam OS is
last
out,
year.
And the Steam Machine, they've been announced prices and things like that. And when looking into things, I probably won't buy a Steam Machine because essentially you're just buying a gaming computer with it. So I realized that I'm more excited for the controller than I thought I was for the Steam Machine.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, all right, let's switch gears to games. The big games. Well, first I think we should try to talk about some of the issues that
were with those big games.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, GTA 5. That game came out to a lot of hype and to much fanfare.
Made its money. Made plenty of money before it came out from pre-orders.
And just shattered some entertainment records and stuff. Like once it came out, biggest entertainment launch in 3 days or something. And I mean, but then GTA Online came out a couple weeks after the game, and it just so many problems. It basically just didn't work.
Essentially, yes.
I mean, and it took them a few weeks to actually iron all that out. And that's something that's really unfortunate because that's not the only game that was hit with problems like this.
Battlefield 4.
Yes.
Was probably the next biggest one, at least in my opinion. I have not played Battlefield 4, but I do look into these things now and then.
Yeah.
So as far as I know, there was just a lot of crashes and all these bugs that just won't let you play the game, basically.
Yeah, and the game came out on, I think, October 29th. And the issues still plague it to this day. To this day. Now, I haven't played it either, but I kind of want to get it eventually, but first they got to fix this crap. And then
I know a couple people that have it, and from what I've heard from them, it's a very good game. Aside from these bugs, it's not like the game itself is bad. It's just glitches and things like that, which can get fixed much easier than the game just being bad.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, but GTA, going back to that, despite all the issues, still was one of the biggest games, and I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I played it a lot before I got the PS4, and even after I played it a little bit. I thought the story was awesome, better than GTA 4, and the GTA Online mode was totally sweet. I had a lot of fun just screwing around and everything. And I think that's it's just surprised me that it was really such a big launch. I mean, I expected it to be big, but not fucking gigantic.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, it was, when you think about it, it was like the last hurrah of the 360 and PS3
generation, pretty much.
Because it most likely will come out on the newer consoles. I just don't think they announced it yet.
Yeah, who knows? It might just be a matter of time. You never know. Let's see. The other games came out let's see, Last of Us, Far Cry 3.
I haven't played that. Don't have PS3,
yeah,
but I am planning on getting it the second we can download PS3 games on a PS4.
When PlayStation Now comes out.
I have not heard one bad thing about The Last of Us.
Let's see. And also these are mostly games that I haven't played, and I don't think Connor's played either. Like Far Cry 3, Tomb Raider, Last of Us. These games came out and they deserve a mention in the video, but I can't elaborate on them because I don't have the proper qualifications to comment on them. Let's see. And there was also one thing I did want to touch on was Gears of War Judgment that came out.
Yes.
And I think it was April or March, end of April or end of March, whatever.
In a few short words, they fucked up.
Massive disappointment, in my opinion.
See, I didn't play the campaign, but Chris here said it was pretty good.
I
played the multiplayer.
Good, not great.
I can tell you that, first off, it's not Gears of War anymore. It's more like Gears of War to me is a third-person tactical shooter and a heavy emphasis on taking cover and things like that. But Gears Judgment, it's turning into a run-and-gun shooter.
They took Judgment and then just made it more generic.
They Call of Dutied it.
Yeah.
Like they did with Halo 4, where they started just throwing in classes and stuff like that.
And that just makes me even more disappointed that I actually got the game, because I knew it was going to be crap
and
before it
took out one of the best things of Gears of War, which was Horde.
Yeah,
I don't know what
why?
they call it,
For
survival or whatever
Overrun,
it was. Overrun
and survival.
It just
Which was not
wasn't
awful, but like
It was definitely not awful.
why would
but
you get rid of Horde? Like why?
No
There's
reason to get
absolutely
rid of
zero
Horde.
reason. Even Beast Mode, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought.
Especially because from everyone I know and myself that has played Horde mode, most people think it's like one of the better survival modes.
Yeah, right.
At least like for me, when it comes to survival modes, it's Nazi zombies and Horde in Gears of War.
I mean, and it was sort of a trendsetter for a lot of games to include a survival mode.
A lot of people call it Horde mode because of Gears of War too.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it was the first because it wasn't the first to have survival, but like it set the trend in my opinion.
It was
to,
the
like,
first
edit.
one that was really good. Because I know the older Ghost Recons had some sort of a survival mode, but this was it was the first one in Gears 2 when they added it.
Yeah. But anyway, this is like getting off of 2013. Just Gears. Gears is pretty awesome. I've pretty much gone back to Gears 3 completely. I don't even have Judgment at my house. I lent it to a friend and he doesn't even play it, so he plays Gears 3 with me. Anyway, so I guess we could move on to other games that like we liked.
More games that came out last year that
we played a lot.
We played a lot. Yes, the game I played an absurd amount of was Payday 2.
Yeah, I'm just like sitting on my 360, like, hey Connor, play some 360. Nah, man, Payday.
Gotta rob some banks and move some coke. Basically, if you don't know what the game is, it's just get a few friends together, commit some crimes. It's not like GTA Free Roam, it's just you can go rob banks, do jobs for different people, do some jobs for the cartel, stuff like that. Has some good RPG elements, similar to Borderlands in the sense that you get a few skill trees and you can put points into them. The way it works is a little different from Borderlands, and you don't necessarily have to choose a class, it's just like put points in the skill trees, whatever. But definitely a great game. I definitely think it deserves a higher rating than it got. I would personally give it a 9 out of 10. I think it got like 70 something in Metascore.
See, like I would have gotten it and played it, except that like
if I got it on 360, then it would have people to play with. But I got it on PC.
Yeah, if I get it on 360, then I'm playing alone, and no.
See, yeah, this is also a good example of a game that wasn't made by a big company, so they weren't able to support the consoles as much as the PC, because they were pumping out updates and free DLC and stuff like that for PC like every few days to a week or two, and the consoles, it's just from hearing stuff from game developers and things they're tweeting, Facebook, whatever, it's like a pain in the ass to update consoles.
At least that's what I've heard for like Xbox for Microsoft.
Yeah, they were able to patch the PS3 version of the game way before they patched 360.
So anyway, other games that I know I played Call of Duty a lot, and I know, hate me, playing Call of Duty. Sorry, it's a fun game, whatever. Played Black Ops 2 a lot, and I played Ghost.
No, it didn't come out in 2013.
Yeah,
but I was certainly not going to play Ghost. Played it a little bit, did not like it.
Yeah,
better
PS4.
than Modern Warfare 3.
I have it on PS4. That was a mistake, and. And now I have Killzone, which I'm probably going to get rid of Ghosts and just have Killzone. So anyway, yeah, there's that. There's also
Splinter Cell Blacklist,
yeah.
Which, if you don't know what that is, just a stealth action game.
What's
at least
wrong
in my
with you?
opinion,
No, I'm kidding.
at least my opinion, it's one of the best stealth games. Conviction, which was the one before Blacklist, it was okay,
Came out in
but
2010,
it wasn't really a Splinter Cell game to me. It was fun, but not the same. But when Blacklist came out, oh man, this game was just amazing. They had great single player. They brought back multiplayer from the old ones called Spies vs. Mercs or Mercenaries, which was pretty popular at the time.
Yeah, some good shit.
Borderlands 2.
Yeah, Borderlands 2.
That came out in 2012, but they are still pumping out DLC. They had the 4 major DLCs, and then they're making these
pumping out little ones.
Yeah, and then they're making these Headhunter packs, which are small DLCs, but they're also only a couple $.
Yeah,
and they're
true.
well worth it. They're really fun, at least in my opinion.
And then there was
there's this game, XCOM, the Bureau, or I believe it's XCOM Declassified, the Bureau, something like that, some combination of those words. But basically, it's just a game they announced a long time ago, way before Enemy Unknown came out. And then that game came out, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It's not what I saw. This game came out, it's very fun. The only downside to it is the way the conversations flow. It's a little bit unnatural. But the gameplay itself, the combat, is similar to Mass Effect 3, with a few differences, but that's the closest thing I can point it to, which I don't know many people that think Mass Effect is a bad game, so...
Aside from the ending that a lot of people hate, so yeah.
But talking specifically about the combat.
Yeah, okay. So, and I think I will mention Star Wars: The Old Republic. I know it came out in 2011, but I played it a lot. Connor played it a lot.
Absolutely.
And because they switched to the free-to-play model. Was that this year that they
I
switched
believe
to that?
was earlier 2013 that they switched to free-to-play.
See, well, and I spent a good amount of time playing that, but that's just a quick mention there. It was fun while it lasted. I haven't
Definitely
played
fun.
it in a few months.
If you don't play, if you haven't played it, you definitely should. The stories are great, and it's free at the moment.
Yeah, and then there's Lego Marvel Superheroes, which is a game that kind of like came out of nowhere for me. Like I didn't even pay any attention to it until it came out. Like, and I saw that it was on PS4, and then I tried the demo, and I was like, holy shit, this game is fun, just like Lego Star Wars was. That was the last one I played, and it was like the first Lego game that I
And
remember.
the free roam, if you played
that
Lego,
that they associated with major franchises.
if you played Lego Lord of the Rings, there was the free roam, but that was just going from level to level. Free roam in this is New York City, and it's actually like a legit free roam. There's side quests and things to collect there.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
got it
like
on
that.
PS4. Connor's got it on PC. It's great.
Essentially the same game on both, because there's no online, which is the only bad part.
Yeah. So thanks for watching this video.
Went on a little longer than we thought.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here, but seriously, thanks for watching. More videos to come. Goodbye.
See ya.